Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and boy, you know you've got a powerful vintage concert poster when it's from the 60s and has both Led Zeppelin and The Who on there, and it's not just another music festival. Well, this week's worth of shows open and close with those two amazing bands at London, England's prestigious Royal Albert Hall. The time was the glorious summer of 1969, and Zeppelin was therefore, of course, touring off their first album, and The Who was touring behind their brand new record, the world-beating Tommy rock opera. Wow, so here we have this 20 by 30 inch, original paper concert poster for 7 shows. And as you can see, the big headline is Pop Proms up there. And then down below that it does say the promoters' names, Roy Guest and Vic Lewis present. And the dates, Sunday, June 29th to Saturday, July 5th at the Royal Albert Hall. And then you've got, this fun pop culture design with all these neat words in pop art. Really, a creative, different kind of looking poster. And just great that it covers a whole week's worth of shows. Even the ticket information at the end is kind of informal and fun, so I'll get to that in a second. But first you do have the top row. We'll take that. On the left you have Groove for Led Zeppelin, the Liverpool scene, and Nick Abraham's Blodwyn Pig. Sunday, July 29th at 5:30 and 8:30 p.m. in the upper left part of the box in red print. And then in the lower right part of the box, it does have the ticket prices. And it's interesting because they're more expensive for the late show. You hardly ever see a different price or an earlier show being cheaper. And boy, I'll tell you, as far as Zeppelin's performance, New Musical Express gave it a stellar, glowing review. They were on fire. Then the right-hand box in the top row, you've got Great for Fleetwood Mac, the Pentangle, and Support. So you've noticed by now the theme of the poster art here is to add extra letters and extend these pop culture words to make them longer and so forth. Okay, in the middle row, you can Screeem for Amen Corner and for Support Acts. Then the center box on the poster, you've got Wow for the Incredible String Band plus Support. And then the far right box there in the center row, Fffolk for the Dubliners plus Support. And down in the bottom row, on the left, you can Shout for Mr. Chuck Berry. That's right, there's an MR period on there, and Support. And he's the first show since Zeppelin to have 2 shows in the night. And then finally, in the bottom center there, it's a gas to see The Who and Chuck Berry together. Now it's kind of funny, there's 2 shows also for that night. Chuck was a bit perturbed that he had to be second billed to The Who. After headlining, the previous night's 2 shows. So The Who and management let him close the first show, the early show. So still, that's 4 shows and 2 nights for the Chuckster. Wow, that's a lot of exposure to the Royal Albert Hall audience. And luckily it was way before my ding-a-ling. Little editorializing there by me. So, as for The Who though, boy, Tommy had been out just about a month. And heavy police presence was needed because the Teddy Boys and Rockers came over from the Rolling Stones' free concert at Hyde Park. Remember that? Mick Taylor's debut on guitar. And, they started to pelt the stage by throwing things at The Who and everything. They were there to see and support Chuck Berry. And, Pete Townshend tried his best to address the problem, saying, hey man, we love Chuck too. Now you give us a chance and dig us, But, the police presence definitely, squelched the trouble, but there was heavy tension in the air for the rest of the show. So, and then finally down there by my thumb in the lower right-hand corner, Psssst, you've got ticket information, given in a very conversational and informal manner. So I'm going to zoom in on this one. So first you've got the phone number on there, and then it says, postal applications are best if you can't go in person. That's right there is an informal beginning. Please remember to enclose the exact money and specify the exact concerts. Then you got some boring business stuff, but then it says, performances by the artists, people show by the audience. That's cute. And then in parentheses, the really unusual stuff on there. there is no difference in the quality or length of the 5:30 shows. The tickets are cheaper for people with less money, or who have to travel distances to get home. Boy, that's quaint and charming, you know, and definitely before the lawyers and bean counters took over the business. So there's a lot of good musicians on here that I had to pay short shrift to, but, you know, no slight intended. But it is pretty hard, after all, to beat Led Zeppelin playing most or all of their first album, and likewise The Who playing all of Tommy. That really steals the show. Wow, the Royal Albert Hall in England with a full week's worth of shows in the summer of 1969. You just can't beat it. Thanks a lot for dropping by. It's been great fun, and we'll see you again for something soon. Bye-bye.